You know, some people, you know, even within the realms of like electronic music or underground music or independent music, don't understand where noise or ambient or experimental or long form music would fit in their lives. And it's like kind of fun to turn people on, trip them out. Welcome to Portland!
Yay, Portland!
My name's Adam Forkner, White Rainbow.
And I'm Honey Owens, Valet.
And this is Take XLR8R job state. I deliver wine out of my car. My car's 1991 Honda Accord, and I deliver wine out of it for money. It's like drug delivery, but legal drugs. Castagna and Everett Street Bistro and Pasta Works Northwest. Some wonderful restaurants and shops in Portland. I've been delivering wine for 3.5 years. Yeah, it's a job. Oh, here we come up on Hawthorne here, which is kind of known as the hippie district around here. It's kind of one of the first streets in Southeast to get developed with shops and kind of mixed use, kind of a lot of head shops. But now it's getting more fancy because Portland's getting fancier. Narnia business. I got here in 1994, right at the tail end of the grunge boom. You know, I'd read about it in Maximum Rock and Roll, Sassy magazine, you know. It was after the whole My Own Private Idaho era, but before the huge surge of people in the last 10 years. Look, there goes another cranky artist down the street. That was Tom. He goes by Benoit Pouliard. He's riding his bike. A lot of people do that around here. It's known to be a very bike-friendly city. I drive. But the first band I saw when I got here that blew my mind was this band called Bug Skull. A lot of people like to jaywalk around here. But Bug Skull. I saw them at a matinee show at the O, which is what the X-Ray Cafe became. And I went down there and they were just like tripping out on a bunch of weird stuff. And I was like, that's what I want to do. And so this is why I came to Portland, to do stuff like this, be in a weird band with my weird friends. And that was like my only goal, really. I think I'm getting there, almost there. Okay, here we come up on this place I'm delivering wine to now. It seems that they've got lunch service, so I'm gonna have to be discreet. I made this record called Version, like around the turn of the century. And then I took some time off, because I was kind of wanted to get out of the rat race. It was my Saturn return. I was in my later 20s, just like, well, I've been trying to do this rock thing for a while, I'm gonna take a break. And then I started White Rainbow. I think what happened was that all of the sort of weird ego stuff that I was going through, like striving in this town in the late 90s and with a lot of the hunger of being in my 20s, you know, a lot of your motivations, musical and artistic motivations, can get really convoluted with, like, you know, wanting success, wanting fame, wanting notoriety, wanting all these, you know, earthly things, ego-based things. And when I took a break, it was from that side of it, because it was clouding my musical intentions, it was clouding my music. So when I started up with White Rainbow, the only thing that I really had in mind was that it would just be for me first. Like it wouldn't matter if it was successful, if anybody liked it or not. I just made it for me. I think I went back to what inspired me as a kid, and that my dad plays jazz, and he used to be really into prog and stuff, so he had lots of really trippy records when I was growing up. I used to listen to a tape that had John Hassel's Possible Musics on one side and like Wendy Carlos on the other side on a little tape deck when I was a kid. I've always been into like psychedelic music, I guess. I love jamming. I love to jam. Jam with anybody. I remember when I was younger, like being in a band was like super important to like codify, like, okay, you're the bassist, you cut your hair this way, you know? Like, I'll rock this way, you know? But nowadays, I really like to open it up, and the projects that I get involved in, generally speaking, are more open-ended projects, like Rob Walmart or Jackie O, or there's like a million people in those bands in and out throughout the years, and it's like revolving door kind of thing. I mean, I kind of jump around, but I try not to take anything too seriously. I'm just like a sideman in that way, you know, like a sesh guy. Like just like the guy with the 5-string bass, just like kicking it behind like Alicia Keys or whatever. You move here, you start a band, you start a label. It's the myth of Portland. In a way, it's true, yeah. It's getting to this level where it's like you can't blink without, you know, hearing about some new stuff that's going on. You know, White Fang, they're like the new kids on the block. They got their little tape label, NAR tapes, and they're coming out with a record on Marriage, and they're just amazing. They're like 17 to 20, and they're just on fire, full of energy. White Fang is like the face of punk. Come back. What? 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 All right. All right. Here we go.
Just got the finger.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Portland's noise hippie central. Hippie noise dudes. Vibe warriors. Thanks for coming with me, guys. But now we're back at Rad Summer, and we're gonna hook up with Honey here. Come with me. It's my Pauly Shore impersonation. They changed the name of the city from Portland, the Rose City, and now it's officially Portland, the city that works. I kind of think that's some sort of wishful thinking thing, because it's kind of more like the city that looks for work. Oh hey, it's Eric from White Fang, just hanging out. Just chilling. Just chilling.